Hello, everyone, and thanks, Vinay, for the nice introduction that you just gave. So, directly jumping towards the main topic today, that's robotic process automation. Let me first introduce you what RPA is, and then we'll dive a little bit deeper into the topic. So, robotic process automation is an emerging form of clerical process automation technology. In traditional workflow automation tools, a software developer produces a list of actions to automate a task and interface to the backend system using internal application programming interfaces. The scripting languages are used for these interfaces. In contrast, RPA systems develop the action by watching the user perform that task in the application's graphical user interface, and then perform the automation by repeating those tasks directly in the user interface. This can lower the barrier to use of automation in products that might not otherwise feature APIs for interaction purposes. So hosting of RPA services also aligns with the metaphor of a software robot, with each robotic instance having its own virtual workstation, much like a human worker. The robot uses keyboard and mouse controls to take actions and execute automations. Normally, all of these actions take place in a virtual environment and not on a screen. The robot does not need a physical screen to operate. Rather, it interprets the screen display electronically. The scalability of modern solutions based on this architecture owes much to the advent of virtualization. Virtualization technology, like without which the scalability of large deployments would be limited by the available capacity to manage physical hardware and by the associated costs. The implementation of RPA in business enterprises has shown dramatic cost savings when compared to traditional non-RPA solutions. Automation Anywhere is the largest enterprise software provider in robotic process automation. And IBM's robotic process automation with Automation Anywhere enables you to automate the highly repetitive tasks normally performed by humans with robotic process automation. So you can boost employee productivity and allow employees to focus on higher value knowledge work. The RPA solution from IBM includes market-leading RPA technology from Automation Anywhere Incorporated that is pre-integrated with IBM Business Process Manager Express, which allows organizations to orchestrate and manage multiple RPA bots and better handle business process exceptions. RPA integrates with existing systems by using their graphical user interface and mimicking the keyboard and mouse actions of human operator. This can radically improve time to value, reduce human errors, increase throughput, and decrease development costs. This complements IBM's ODM, which automates decisions based on business logic implemented as rules that are defined and managed by business. Business rules can be maintained and scheduled in real time. ODM decisions provide the business with the agility to react to changes in the business requirement in real time. RPA and ODM can be used independently, but there are some use cases where automated human tasks implemented as bots in RPA would require and invoke separate ODM decisions for eligibility, for calculations, for such as pricing calculations, and for compliance purposes. ODM, BPM, and RPA each fulfill a specific role for digital automation within an organization, and used together, when they are used together, they provide a powerful digital automation platform that delivers business value that is greater than the sum of its parts. BPM is a combination of process modeling, process automation, process orchestration, and continuous process improvement. BPM and RPA both target digital process automation, but solve different problems. BPM is more focused on assisting workers to perform activities, whereas RPA is more focused on using robots to automate activities. RPA is focused on performing individual tasks, whereas BPM orchestrates end-to-end workflow involving both IT systems and people. Here you can see how RPA can complement ODM and BPM in different scenarios. If you currently have BPM, you can automate manual data entry by using RPA. You can use ODM along with BPM and RPA for upselling and cross-selling decisions. If you already have RPA, and you start using BPM to send conditional exceptions to BPM, and you also add ODM for decision making when your conditional rules and complex conditions change. If they change really often, ODM is the best tool. Take a look at this system flow. There are some decisions, like some decision makers and decision making scenarios, as well as some system tasks involved. And here you can see that we have involved a bot here to perform these manual tasks automatically. And probably we can even put ODM here to take decisions. So we can automate the overall flow of this system. So let's see what are the key benefits of RPA. If you foresee seasonal ramp-ups in your organization or in your business needs, RPA is the key, because adding new resources and training them to use your tools would be really difficult, while adding new bots is really cheap and easy. Automating the manual bottleneck and increase the efficiency significantly is the key of RPA. And automation reduces human errors in data entry. It is cost effective, and bots can work round the clock, unlike manual workers. And human capital can be utilized on more productive and creative tasks if the regular repetitive tasks are performed by bots. So now let's see what's RC's methodology, and because we have learned through different implementations that we have done and devised and learned a methodology that is most cost effective and efficient. It involves a proven set of practices. They are agile yet planned, and we take it from the transformation to enabling your organization to use these tools, to standardize these tools, and to scale up these tools. So we have a comprehensive process from due diligence to monitoring to implement these solutions that include RPA, BPM, and ODM. Now, we have been talking about the importance of RPA. Now let's see why Automation Anywhere is the solution for RPA. Automation Anywhere delivers the most comprehensive enterprise-grade RPA platform with built-in cognitive solutions and analytics. Over 1,000 customers it has throughout the world, with largest brands that are using the platform to manage and scale their business processes faster with near zero error rates, while dramatically reducing operational costs, based on the belief that people who have more time to create, think, and discover build great companies. Automation Anywhere has provided the world's best RPA and cognitive technology to leading financial services, healthcare, technology, and insurance companies across more than 90 countries for over a decade now. Let's see this use case of a bank environment. This is kind of like a case study that we did, where CRM was already in place, and of course the bank had a core banking system in place. There were tools like Salesforce also, and there were needs for automation to fulfill the regulatory compliance, to have credit checks, for eligibility in pricing, and for cross and upselling. So we used Automation Anywhere here, and that replaced around 25 manual activities and saved daily cost of around 7,500 USD. That was around 30% of the operational cost in terms of saving. So it was a big success. You can see that how a big financial company went for Automation Anywhere, and it was a success. Here we can see what tools do we get with Automation Anywhere. So the first thing is Bot Creator. It is a tool through which bots are created. Like The developers who would be creating bots or recording the bot automations would be using this bot creator. And then we have a control room. As the name states, it is an application which works as controller and manages overall execution and management of scripts, clients, roles, credentials, and security settings. Then we have a bot runner. It is the tool through which bots run. So it is kind of the production environment through which the bots will be kept running. If you want to draw an analogy, like bot creator is the IDE where programmers program. Control room is the administration area through which the whole process of running bots can be controlled, and bot runner is that production environment or that application server, you can say. Not exactly an application server, but I'm just making an analogy. Now we'll move towards a demo. We'll see a live demo also of Automation Anywhere. So before jumping towards the demo, let's see a typical loan origination system flow. Loan origination, this depicts a loan origination process. Many banks struggle to meet efficient and error-free mortgage lending services due to outdated manual processes and slow customer response times. Many lenders continue to enter loan data manually, and oftentimes many lenders get into problems, and they have to enter data into multiple vendor sites. Loan origination system do a good job of pushing data to many vendors. Lenders still spend a significant amount of time manually entering data, copying notes, separating and saving documents into repositories, and retyping information into browser and loan officer communication systems. RPA uses intelligent software robots to automate repetitive tasks, as you know. So collecting and inputting data between portals, websites, internal applications, and bank systems can be made easier. By leveraging RPA, bank can achieve productivity gain of 35 to 50% compounded across thousands of transactions, enabling greater capacity and agility. RPA also allows organizations to increase efficiencies, eliminate cost errors, and free up employees and knowledge workers for more valuable and rewarding work. RPA is complementary to systems that bank may already have in place. For example, automatically capture documents, extract data, or route loan files to further improve processes. RPA can also eliminate any activities that are still being handled manually by employees that involve external websites and portals, and such as complying with know your customer regulations. So case origination can take place at a BPM or CRM in this flow that you're seeing. Suppose this system produces a text file. This needs to be manually verified for duplication and then needs to be entered into credit and risk management system. After this, particulars will be verified, maybe against a database or maybe from SSN or DNB system. And approval decisions may be taken by multiple levels of approvers before going for a printed approval for check disbursement. So this is a regular flow of a loan origination system. Here we have implemented this in BPM, so you can see a flow of this system in a BPM. We'll focus more towards the first few steps, like especially the first step in terms of how RPA can make it easy. So most of this can be automated, and we can use Automation Anywhere, BPM, and ODM like tools collectively to automate the complete flow, reducing human dependability to the minimum. In our demo, what we'll see, we will have three phases. The first one will include reading of a text file to get data. So we are assuming that a CRM system or some third-party system is providing us a list of applicants who want to avail this loan process, and this is given to the organization that is handling this data in the form of a text file. So this is a sample text file you can see on the screen. In the second phase, we will see if this data is provided in form of a PDF file. So if PDF can have like this PDF can have multiple records, it can be an exported report from some other system. So our RPA can read data from text file or this PDF file or any PDF file that we program. And in the third phase, we will see that how RPA can read data from an image file. So this is an image file that you can see on the screen, and RPA will read it using optical character recognition and use the data to enter it into another system. So we'll see that how automation anywhere works and how the script looks like. We'll take a brief look into the script also, and we'll during the demo we'll see that how data read from either from a text file or a PDF file or an image file is entered into another system. Here we'll be using a BPM to enter that data into. So here you can see on my screen BPM interface, where you can see the flow that we saw in the presentation deck also. And before running the demo, let's see this script. This is the script recording of the actions we took during while we were recording this bot. And you can see that here on the line number 4, it says that open file, and there's a path of a file. So this is the file that has text form, text inputs that the RPA will read, and it will also open up a third-party system. It will read some data from the screen of that system also, and use both these things, like the text file data and the data read from the third-party system, to enter into a BPM system that it logs in at the first line. You can see it logs in the BPM system here. It opens up a CSV file. It opens a third-party system, reads some data from there, and then enters all these data into a BPM application that is of loan origination. So this is the first step that we'll see. In the second step, what we will see, we will again see that the system will log in the BPM system, and then it will open a PDF file. Here you can see the command that is opening a PDF file, and then it will enter this data into a BPM application along with some data from a third-party application. Similarly, you can see here this bot opens up a JPEG file, and using OCR, it reads data from it and then enters into a BPM system. So let's move towards the first one. Here is this text file you can see on my screen. We are using this text file in the demo, and when I'll run this demo, data will be read from this text file into a BPM and also from a third-party system. We'll see step by step. So I'm running it in the production environment. I will, like, no one will be required to run it because it will be kept running. So it is logging in the BPM system now. The script is running. It opened the text file, reading data from this text file. You can see the progress on the lower right section. It has opened a third-party system, read some data from there. Now it got into the BPM, opened the loan origination screen. Now it will enter the data that it has read from the text file and the third-party system into here. We have kept delay a bit more than usual here just to demo it so that it can like while the screen refreshes for all the audience. Okay, the step has completed. Now we can run the second demo that will read data from this PDF you can see on the screen. We have intentionally kept one record here to save some time. Okay, now we're coming to the second bot. This is the bot that will read from a PDF. Now I'm running it. So as a first step, it logged in the BPM. It is reading data from a third-party system. It is reading data now from a PDF, and now it will open the loan origination BPM application and use that data that it read from the PDF. So second step of reading data from PDF has completed, and it has also entered the data into the BPM application. Now we'll see the third step, that is of reading data from this JPEG file. This is the third bot that will read data from the JPEG. Reading data from the image file. Now it is entering that data that it read from the JPEG file. So in like when we are using this image file, you can see that how we can use it. Like if we have printed reports that you can scan and feed in here, put them into a specific folder from where this RPA can read them and extract data out of them through a OCR and enter them into another system. So that's something that required a lot of manual work otherwise. Okay, now we can see that we ran through 3 instances. We'll refresh this inspector pane, and we can see that 3 transactions we got into the BPM. So that's it from the demo side. Now coming back to the presentation deck. And from here, Vinay will take over. Hey, Vinay.
Yeah. Thanks, Asif. That was well presented through the demo of a loan origination system. So as a next step, I would like to give the audiences what Royal Server has to offer in terms of a package solution at this point of time. And this is the package solution that Royal Server is giving for all the audiences who would be interested to go forward in terms of getting the bot creators, the control room and bot runners that will also complement with a pure consulting and mentoring approach for Royal Server. So you're getting this for 10K per month with 60 hours in a given month. And any additional bot or control room would be charged according to the price that is mentioned on the specific slide. So that's it again depends on customer to customer. We can always tailor it according to the needs, but this is something that Royal Server is exclusively offering at this point of time. Yeah, so it looks like we are done with the webinar for today. And once again, I take this opportunity to thank Asif and all the audiences from joining us on today's webinar. Wish you all a great day ahead.